So in this video, let's start off by looking at the orientation of the joints. If we double click on the move tool and make sure that we're in object mode, which I am in right now, I can select this and go down the chain, and we can see that here we have the X looking through the chain, here the Z is, here the Z is. So it's not all kind of oriented the way we might want. Oops. So I'm going to select this and go to Orient Skin, Main Skeleton, Orient Joint. Let's look at the option box. We can tell it what axis we want it to go down. X is fine as long as it's all consistent. So here the X is looking down. Let's look at the next one. Here it's looking down to the next joint. Awesome. Here it's going down to the next joint. Perfect. And then this one is not quite understanding how to do it because it's going in the opposite direction. Technically for this rig, this doesn't matter, but if you wanted to fix it so that way it's all working the way you expect it to, you can unparent that joint and then select the ball joint, then select the ankle joint and do a constraint aim. Let's look at the option box. We're going to tell it that the aim vector is -1, and I accidentally deselected, so let's reselect these and apply, and we can see that that fixes that. Let's go to the outliner, and I'm going to get rid of that constraint because I don't need it, and take this and parent it here. Cool. So now we want to look at the connecting this to the IK controls that we had before. So we have these IKs. Let's turn the visibility back on the character. There we go. So we have the IKs and the joints. We want this IK or this reverse foot chain to drive the IKs. So all we have to do is tell these to follow the foot. So let's take the target, which is going to be the joint, and I'm going to hide the other skeleton so that I don't select it on accident. I just want the reverse foot at this point. So the target is going to be the joint. Oops. And then the IK is going to be the thing we want to control. Constraint. And I think if we do any rotations or anything like that, it doesn't really read anything. So we're going to make sure that we do a point constraint. So target, object to be constrained, point, and then target, object to be constrained, point constraint, and I'm pushing G to repeat those actions. So here we can see we can get a foot tap that way. If we select this joint, we can get the rotations of from the toe. Here is from the ball of the foot. And if we turn on the IK skeleton, we can see that it is all connected. So if we adjust the reverse foot, it controls it all the way down the chain to the IK joints. So let's look at setting up some simple controls as well. So here we're going to create an ankle control. Well, the ankle control will be the foot control. Then we'll set up a heel control, a ball roll, and a toe control. So the IKs, we don't need to worry about these anymore, so I'm going to turn that off. And again, I just don't want to mess with this on accident, so I'm going to turn that off. For the IK handles, I'm just going to be working with the reverse flip for now. Okay, so I'm going to create a control here, push F8, and I can do a control that is going to be kind of looking like the foot. So that's going to encompass like the whole foot that we can control. And there we go. Then we're going to need a heel control. So I'm going to use another circle. There we go. Then I'm going to duplicate that, move it forward, and this is going to be my toe control. And then vertex snap that there. And if I go to F8, I can maybe adjust this a little bit. So it's going to be the foot roll control. So let's save this here, and we will continue on in the next video.